Success leaves clues, but also lies. That's something Andrew Tate understands better than most. Today, he's famous for Hustlers University, for Bugattis and private jets, for telling young men they can get rich following his program. But here's what he doesn't advertise in those viral clips: the real business that made his fortune. The webcam empire he built with 75 women in Romania. The operation that generated millions before anyone knew his name. This is a story Andrew Tate doesn't want in his highlight reel. But it's the truth. Our story begins not with wealth, but with combat. Andrew Tate was born in Washington, D.C. in 1986 to an American father and British mother. His father, Emery Tate, was a chess international master and a brilliant man. But the family struggled financially. When Andrew was young, his parents divorced and his mother moved him and his brother Tristan to Luton, England. Luton is not glamorous. It's a struggling town outside London. The Tates grew up without money in a council estate. Andrew has described this period as formative. He saw poverty. He saw his mother struggle, and he decided he would never be poor. Andrew found his path through violence. He started kickboxing as a teenager and discovered he was good at it. Very good. By his early 20s, he was fighting professionally. Between 2009 and 2016, he won 4 world championships in kickboxing across different organizations. Now here's the important context. Kickboxing is not a lucrative sport. Even world champions make modest money. Andrew has said he made around $100,000 total from his entire fighting career. That's over 7 years. Barely $15,000 per year. You can't build an empire on that. You can barely survive. But fighting gave Andrew something more valuable than money. It gave him a persona, the undefeated champion, the alpha male, the man who dominates through force. This became his brand, and brands are worth more than skills. Andrew understood this early. He appeared on the British reality show Big Brother in 2016. He was quickly removed after a video surfaced of him hitting a woman with a belt. He claimed it was consensual role play. The damage was done to his mainstream reputation, but it didn't matter. He was building a different audience, an audience that didn't care about mainstream approval. Now, here's where the real money story begins. Around 2013, while still fighting, Andrew and his brother Tristan started a webcam business. Not as performers, as operators. They recruited women to perform on webcam sites. The women would chat with men online, flirt, perform, take requests, get paid in tips and private show fees. The women kept a percentage. Andrew and Tristan kept the rest. This is not illegal. Webcam modeling is legal, but it exists in a moral gray area that Andrew has always been comfortable occupying. Andrew has spoken about this business openly in old interviews before he became famous. He described it as a brilliantly simple model. Lonely men pay women for attention and fantasy online. The women get paid. The platform takes a cut, and the person managing the women takes the biggest cut. By 2015, Andrew claims he had around 75 women working for him across multiple locations. He moved to Romania in 2016. He's given different reasons for this over the years. Lower cost of living, beautiful women, less restrictive business regulations. He's also said Romanian law enforcement is easier to deal with. Make of that what you will. The webcam business was extremely profitable. Andrew has admitted in interviews that by 2018 he was making around $500,000 per month from this operation. That's $6 million per year. This is where his wealth came from. Not dropshipping, not affiliate marketing, not trading webcam girls. He's been quite explicit about this when speaking to smaller audiences before his massive fame. He would coach the women on what to say to extract maximum money from clients. He called it psychological manipulation, teaching the women to identify vulnerable men and exploit their loneliness. In one leaked recording, Andrew explains the strategy: make the men fall in love. Once they're emotionally invested, they'll spend anything. He describes telling women to create fake emergencies. Car broke down, sick relative, rent due, then ask the client for money. The guy thinks he's helping his special online girlfriend. Really, he's funding Andrew's lifestyle. Andrew called this the lover boy method. It's essentially a digital version of what prosecutors call human trafficking through coercion. But Andrew always maintained the women worked voluntarily and kept their percentage. By 2019, Andrew was genuinely rich. Multi-millionaire from the webcam business. He started posting on social media, developing his online presence. He lived in Romania, in a compound with his brother. Multiple luxury cars. The lifestyle he shows now was real. But it came from webcam money, not from being an alpha male entrepreneur selling courses. That came later. Hustlers University launched around 2020. The pitch was simple. Andrew and Tristan would teach you their secrets to making money. Copywriting, crypto stocks, e-commerce, affiliate marketing, different modules for different paths to wealth. The cost was $49 per month. At its peak, Hustlers University claimed over 100,000 members. Do the math. 100,000 times $49 equals $4.9 million per month. $59 million per year, just from subscription fees. But here's the genius and the scam combined. Hustlers University was primarily an affiliate marketing pyramid. Members were encouraged to promote Hustlers University themselves. For every person they recruited, they got a commission. So the people paying to learn how to make money were taught that the way to make money was to recruit others to pay to learn how to make money. It's not technically a pyramid scheme because there was some educational content, but the primary money-making method taught was recruiting others to the program. That's pyramid adjacent at minimum. Andrew's real skill was marketing. His viral clips weren't accidents. They were designed, say something controversial. Women can't drive. Depression isn't real. Sparkling water is for losers. Get clipped. Get shared. Get outrage. Get attention. Attention converts to curiosity. Curiosity converts to clicks. Clicks convert to course sales. By 2022, Andrew Tate was one of the most searched people on the internet. More than Donald Trump some months. This attention was worth hundreds of millions in free advertising. But the past has a way of catching up. In December 2022, Romanian authorities raided Andrew and Tristan's compound. They were arrested on suspicion of human trafficking and forming an organized crime group to exploit women. The allegations were serious. Prosecutors claimed the brothers lured women with promises of relationships, then forced them to create online sexual content. 6 women initially came forward. The Tates were held for 3 months, then released to house arrest, then travel restrictions. The case is ongoing as of late 2024. Andrew maintains complete innocence. He claims it's a conspiracy, that powerful forces want to silence him, that the Matrix is attacking him for telling men the truth. His supporters believe this. His critics point to his own words in old videos describing exactly the methods prosecutors now accuse him of, using the loverboy method, manipulating women, exploiting loneliness for profit. Here's what we know for certain. Andrew Tate made his initial fortune from a webcam business involving dozens of women in Romania. This is not disputed. He's admitted it repeatedly. Whether this business crossed into illegal trafficking is for Romanian courts to decide, but the money that bought the Bugattis and the compound and the lifestyle came from webcam operations, not from Hustlers University initially. Hustlers University came after he was already rich. It was his second fortune built on the reputation from his first. The Tate brothers are currently restricted from leaving Romania. Their assets were seized, including multiple luxury cars, properties, and crypto holdings worth an estimated $10 million or more. Hustlers University was shut down and rebranded as The Real World with similar structure but different branding. It still operates and still generates millions monthly. Andrew still posts constantly. His message hasn't changed. He's still the alpha, still the truth teller, still the man who escaped the Matrix. But strip away the Bugatti and the cigars and the persona and you find a simpler story. 2 brothers from a council estate in Luton who decided poverty wasn't acceptable, who found that combat sports don't pay, who discovered that managing webcam models does pay very well, who built a fortune in moral gray areas, who then sold the dream of that fortune to hundreds of thousands of young men desperate to escape their own poverty, who may have crossed legal lines, who definitely crossed ethical ones, who are now fighting in court to avoid decades in prison. The lesson isn't that Andrew Tate's methods work. The lesson is that the methods he sells aren't the methods he used. He didn't get rich from copywriting or crypto or e-commerce hustle. He got rich from webcam girls and then from selling courses to people who wanted to be like him. The product he sells is not the product that made him wealthy. That gap between marketing and reality is where fortunes are built and reputations are destroyed. Andrew Tate will tell you he's a self-made millionaire who cracked the code. The truth is, he has a kickboxer who could unmake money fighting, so he managed webcam models in Romania for $6 million a year, then sold courses teaching other methods entirely. Legal? Maybe. Ethical? Questionable? Effective for his students? The data suggests no. Most Hustlers University members made nothing, but Andrew made tens of millions, not from what he taught, from teaching itself. Success leaves clues, but the clues Andrew drops in his Bugatti rants aren't the real ones. The real clue is simpler. Find something profitable that others won't do because of moral concerns. Do it anyway. Build wealth, then sell the dream to people who think you got wealthy some other way. That's the actual Tate method. Everything else is marketing. If you made it this far, leave a comment with what you think, and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching.